Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
Hello,
And this is our review of two things that I won from Sideshow Collectibles during their contest they recently did. And it was contests that they're running during San Diego Comic-Con this year. And I've entered their contests many, many times. Lots of times they want you to draw a picture or maybe dress up in a costume. And it doesn't matter how good you do. It's just a random drawing. So if you just draw a stick figure, and as long as you do everything they ask in the description, you'll be entered in the drawing. Also, I think you gotta live in the U.S. They always say something about they can't ship prizes overseas. I don't know why. But, yeah, I've entered it so many times, never won. And then this year, within a week, I won two. Two prizes. Both on Facebook. And they were both Poison Ivy related. They're actually the two things I wanted most out of all the things I entered this year. There's several things I entered, like Hot Toys, a couple Hot Toys figures and things like that, but I was kind of really hoping I'd win these two, and I did. I was like, what? The first one I won was Poison Ivy art print, which it comes unframed. You can buy it framed if you're going to buy it, but it's like $200 some. But the price is just for the print itself, no frame, and that's about $90 just for the print, and it's sold out now. I already got a frame for it. Had to cut it to get it to fit in there. It's a frame from Amazon. It seems to work pretty good. And the artist's name, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but looks like it's Heonhwa Choe. So if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, then sorry about that.
You probably are.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a really awesome looking picture. And back when I was working on my 6-scale custom Poison Ivy, this is one of the pictures I was looking at a lot for inspiration. It's not the main one that I was looking at. There's another artist who made a picture of her that really inspired the figure. But this one I really like too. It's like one of my favorite Poison Ivy pictures. This was like one of the first ones I entered during their contest this year for San Diego Comic-Con, and I also entered for the statue of Poison Ivy around the same time. And it got the notification that I won this picture. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. But I wasn't sure how much. I mean, I figured I'd want the statue more just because I don't really buy pictures that much. But then I got the notification. I won the statue, and I was like, what?
Yeah, it was just like a couple days after.
Yeah. And it's like, I can't believe it. I never won anything on there. And then I won two, and they're both Poison Ivy things. And the two things that I really wanted. But anyway, with the picture, they printed it out on real nice paper. That's one thing I always wondered about buying prints, because they were like, this one was like $90, I said. And I always think it seems expensive for a picture. But when you get it, I can see it's like printed out on really nice paper. And all the colors and everything really stand out, and there's sort of a texture to it. There's also, like, it's hard to see Sideshow's little symbols like imprinted on there. It's kind of
embossed, yeah.
But yeah, it just looks really nice. One of the things I really like about the picture that I noticed, I don't notice it when I look on pictures online, but in person it's like how these leaves in the foreground really look like they're closer to you than she is. Like the depth of it just,
Yeah, like they have it like slightly out of focus.
it's just a really cool picture.
I really like the skin shading on her too.
Yeah.
She's got like the reddish orange on her knees and her shoulders.
I haven't seen that very often. Usually she's either skin color or she's green, but I do like the way they did that. There's different shades. But I guess try to bring out that statue now. And there is the box of the statue. It's the Poison Ivy Maquette made by Tweeterhead. I believe it's a 6-scale statue. And this is another one of the ones, like there's several statues that I seen when I was working on my 6-scale figure that I was looking at, and this is one of the ones that look pretty cool, like with their base and everything. But the box is really nice. I don't think there's any pictures of her on it, but I like the
Lots of leaves.
Yeah, leaves everywhere. Ivy leaves. The Poison Ivy there.
I was gonna say you might need 2 hands to turn that.
It's not a super heavy box, but it's not like there's some leaves on the side, or like silhouettes of leaves. On the back, it doesn't have her name, just a ton of leaves. So, yeah, lots and lots of leaves. But, well, we gotta get her out of there, because this box is just too big. So there's what it looks like when you first take the styrofoam out and the lid off of it. Covered in a lot of protective, like sort of like tissue paper. It may have been over her face a little more. I think that adjusted it and kind of pushed it off of there. But yeah, lots of pieces in there. We'll get all the pieces out. So there's all the pieces out. There's just 5 pieces. So not really much to put together. I just thought with all the compartments there was going to be a whole bunch of little pieces you had to put in, but there was only 5. So I didn't notice any directions, so I guess there's not really...
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I guess there's not much of an order of how to do this.
Most statues are like that. They don't come with directions, but I figure you'll just figure it out or break it.
Yep. Okay, so there she is all set up. It wasn't too hard. There's just a little bit of figuring out what goes on first, because this it seems like you gotta put this in and then put her in, because I tried it the other way first and it was tough. Didn't want to break it.
And her little fingers are fragile and they're touching there, so.
And parts of it are magnetic. She's got a magnet on her butt, I think. It goes into the seat. This leaf back here is on a magnet. I don't think these two guys are.
We're gonna shove in.
Yeah. But yeah, this thing is big. You can see that it does look like it's about 6 scale. And I'll bring out some 6 scale figures to compare. But I mean, I mess with a lot of 6 scale figures, and that looks about 6 scale to me. About the right size head and body and everything. But yeah, it looks really good. The thing I keep noticing is the inside of this guy's mouth. There's so many teeth in there.
Yeah,
little teeny tiny teeth.
Cool. I like their little leaf ruffles around them too.
Yeah. And the vine's really cool. It's like sort of wormy, snake-like vine. And I like the root of her chair. It's all twisted, freaky looking. And the leaves are pretty cool too. And this thing's heavy. And the actual figure of her is really cool. I like all these little vines. They're actually sculpted on there.
And we both said before that we really like her when she has the leaf swimsuit, whatever you want to call that on. Leaf leotard.
Yeah. Sometimes she wears like what looks like actual clothes and fabric. But I like it when it's just plants and stuff. That's like that idea. Seems like it'd be really uncomfortable, but
maybe they're like really soft leaves.
maybe. But the face sculpt looks really good. It looks like it's got her personality, sort of evil but seductive kind of look to her, I guess. It just, I don't know, it just looks like her. The right shape of her face and everything. Hair looks really good.
Yeah, I love the hair. I'm a sucker for redheads.
The skin tone, the color of the skin, I like the way they did that. This is not just a solid skin tone. There's like shading and pinkish spots and things like that. It looks really good. Painted the fingernails and toenails red. Even like little things like the collarbone and neck tendons look really good.
It's got a lot of detail.
Yeah, we were just talking about this. This is the one thing that both of us were kind of talking about off camera. It's the sculpt on this is nice. It looks like ivy, like the plant ivy. But it's really dark and hard to see the leaves as much. It would be nice if that was slightly.
I would say like it's really good how it is, but I think it would be a little bit nicer if it had more variation to the green, like how the leaves of the throne are, going from light to dark. But it still looks really good.
There may have been reasons for that, but I don't know. Maybe it blended in too much with the chair if they tried that. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it's still really good. It's just a small thing. It's also a preference thing.
Yeah, it's definitely personal preference.
And I also really like how the plant is busting out of the concrete, because she often does that sort of thing. making plants bust out and take over the human world. That's pretty cool.
But why was there a plant under the book?
I don't know. She made a tunnel from somewhere else. So here's the underneath of the base. I'm not sure when you'd see that unless maybe you had it on a glass shelf or something, but that's cool that there's something underneath there to look at. Then a low number, number 47. I think did they sculpt her all over? Mm-hmm. Yep. So even though you're not going to see any of this, well, right there, I guess, they didn't completely finish that. It's just made to fit into the chair. But still, the fact that they went and like did all this is pretty cool, even though you're really not going to see it much. They're just something that's kind of cool that it's not one solid piece. They're like separate pieces in a way. I think that's why it's a maquette. I don't know what maquette means. It's a statue. Maybe when something's just straight up statue, they don't have little parts. I don't know. I don't know. So there she is, next to a couple 6-scale figures. The Hot Toys Arkham Batman and the Sideshow Harley Quinn. And she really fits in with them very well. Like, same size. Very believable. Can't really pose her or do anything with her, but it's such a good pose that I think it's alright. So there's the statue next to my Poison Ivy custom 6-scale figure and custom base. Something I was noticing that it does look like she is maybe a little bigger than 6-scale.
Just slightly.
I think she is close, but yeah, I think if she stood up next to her, she'd be much bigger. Like she'd be like Amazon woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're almost the same height now when they're sitting.
Yeah. So yeah, when you sit a 6-scale figure next to her, you can see Poison Ivy is a little bigger, but yeah, it's not really going to be noticeable when she's in her throne. A 6-scale standing next to her, I think it'd be fine. Yeah, there's some things that, like I really like these look much better than mine. Like mine are kind of, like they're all right, but they're kind of sloppy. But these are like super awesomely detailed. I kind of wish I could get that much detail in the sculpt of them.
Well, yours are also like basically made out of paper mache, not sculpted.
Yeah.
It's not paper mache, it's like latex, but same difference.
Yeah, that's pretty cool on both of them, because I could have this one where I could pose it different ways, which I was just posing it before the video because I had her like standing and I wanted to lift her back up with the vines again.
Mm-hmm.
See this swimsuit thing's very similar. It's closer to that painting I was talking about where it's got that hole cut out there. But still, other than that, it's pretty similar to that shape. And there's this Gotham City Sirens together. They got, this is a mostly kick-bash Catwoman. It's got the Sideshow head, but like a bison body, and this black suit I got on eBay. And so she's just kind of pieced together. But that's cool. Seeing them all together again. Mm-hmm. So there's both prizes next to each other. That's really cool. Different skin tones. But I think there is another version of this that has the green skin tone. I think that one might be on pre-order now. This statue is still in stock on the Sideshow's website. And there's also a almost regular skin tone version of this painting too. Just slightly different colors on her and the plants. But it is also sold out. Here's the Diamond Select Gallery Poison Ivy statue. It's somewhat like the art print. It's got the purplish flowers. She's got green skin, although a very different shade of green. But yeah, I mean, Poison Ivy can vary a lot.
Her faces are very similar.
Yeah. And that one, she really reminds me of, I don't know the actress's name, but from Daredevil. Her face a little bit. Daredevil Netflix.
TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, Netflix show.
She's got blonde hair though. I don't know, something. I think it's just the eyes mostly. Looks like her. The face on the statue reminds me a lot of the actress Marsha Cross. I don't know, maybe a little bit. She probably would have made a really good Poison Ivy. Okay, so both of these are really awesome. And I think they look really good together, but I don't think there's a place that I can think of right now where they could be displayed together. That's most.
I was place for them to be displayed by themselves.
Well, there's a poster I gotta move to put up the Poison Ivy picture. I don't know where she's gonna go.
We'll figure it out. Probably, maybe.
I'm gonna have to move something.
Yeah.
Because there's not just like an empty spot that something can go. But she can't sit on the floor. Yeah, we'll find a spot for her. Yeah, I love that statue. The sculpt and the paint are really awesome. It's just a really good pose, and it really captures her personality and character.
Mm-hmm.
And so does the painting. I really like the colors of it. The purples and pinks mixed with the green and red. This looks really cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep on entering contests. I never thought I was going to win. Then I won too. I forgot to mention what I did to win these. For the picture, they wanted you to take a picture of a plant in your house. And I did. It was actually a picture of my cactus and zombie cats.
Baby head planter.
Yeah.
You can show a picture of them.
And for the statue, you got to draw a picture of what my plant sidekick would be. And give him a name and stuff like that. And I drew Vinny the Vine, whose main concern is he hates it when people mistake him for a snake. But like I said, it's supposed to be just random. So it doesn't matter how good you draw it, because I can draw better than that. I just drew it real quick because it's supposed to be random drawing. So that's cool. I'm happy I finally won something, and it's two things I really like.
Yeah, they're both really cool.
So thanks to Sideshow for the two awesome prizes and for running the contest. Well, it's Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm with Buckley.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Harley. Oh, wait. You're not Harley. I'm Poison Ivy. Oh, well, if you happen to see Harley, tell her that Mr. J was looking for her. Did I hear someone say Poison Ivy? Anybody need an ivy filled with poison? Oh, okay.